This might be the shortest intro we'll have for a rebuild all year long, as today we're going to be rebuilding the Tennessee Titans at probably their lowest. In previous years, they've had seasons where you're like, well, not bad. They've actually done all right for themselves, even though they don't have the roster. Didn't happen last year, not going to happen this year. And of course, ironically enough, I'm recording this a few hours before the Chargers game. Watch them just somehow win that game, just magically. But yes, this team is playing so badly right now that it's borderline historic right now. At least they have the worst scoring offense since 2012. The Chiefs had a worse scoring offense than them, but there's still plenty of time in the season. Who knows? Maybe they even do worse than that, but of course, still a chance to do better as well. This is a team that obviously is lacking a lot, especially in the skill position department. There's not really a receiver on this team where I'm like, yeah, that's the guy for the next 5 years that you're going to be hearing a lot of if you're a Titans fan. Like, who is that? Gunnar Helm, maybe? Maybe there's some flashes there. But of course, right now in Madden, not so much. Offensive line's actually not terrible. A little surprised Skoronski's as low as he is. And then, of course, I've seen a couple of rumblings of Titans fans getting a little sick of Cam Ward, but it's just, you can't grade him. It's impossible. I don't care if you're the worst quarterback of all time. It's still hard to call you the worst quarterback of all time when you're playing for a team like the Titans right now. This Titans roster needs so much help. There's maybe 3 quarterbacks in the league at most that I'd be like, yeah, they could maybe make this team a playoff team at best. There's 0 that would make them a Super Bowl team, which, I mean, that's kind of the case for a lot of teams, to be fair. But, yeah, this team just needs so much help, and just from a rebuild standpoint, we'll get into that. But let's look at the defensive side of the ball where, again, both sides of the ball, their trenches are not terrible. They're actually not as bad as you would think, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, you have Simmons. That is their Bugatti in the trailer park, the old meme, if you will. But everything else, not a huge fan, right? Not a huge fan. I could argue that you could replace almost every other position on this team. They've had a couple of injuries, like Sweat, I believe, is either just coming back or recently came back. And then you have a couple of other guys like Oladejo's injured, and Spears, I believe, is injured. So you do have some injuries, but what team kind of doesn't? Most teams are going to have a guy or two out. It's just the nature of the sport itself. But yeah, if we're looking at a Madden standpoint, I would say you're replacing your left tackle for sure. Dan Moore, I mean, I don't know. There's probably not a single Titans fan that was hyped for that move. Center, even though Cushenberry's not like a terrible player, he's just not a long-term development player. And then Zeitler is probably going to retire for us. He's 35 years old. 89 overall seems a little high for him, but hey, I'm not complaining. Latham, hopefully long-term starter. Running backs, I just don't think you can develop Spears in game. 24 years old, maybe you can develop him. We'll see. I want to. And then wide receivers, DK, maybe our number 1. Ayo Manor. Damn it. I hate me sometimes. Looking at the defense, I mean, all the linebackers. Safeties could be fine. Corners, 2 DTs, maybe. There's a lot to replace, so buckle up, buckle in. This could be a 6-year that we might not even make the Super Bowl, might not even make the playoffs. So if you guys end up enjoying this one, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is up. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK plays now Madden content. And the biggest thing you can do for me is let me know what team you'd like to see next. Likely going to have Packers franchise tomorrow, and then a challenge rebuild on Tuesday. So there's that. Enough yap. Let's get into maybe the hardest team to rebuild on Madden 26 right now. Or let's go to negotiations where I'm not sure there's even going to be a guy I want to keep. Okonkwo is a Madden god and a serviceable player in real life, so I'll keep him. Okay, that's rude. What else do we have? Draymond Jones, Arden Key, Terrell Baker. I mean, there's just a bunch of guys that just... what their overall is now is not changing more than a couple of points up or down over the next 3 seasons, no matter what the sliders are. Zeitler, if he's around, obviously we'll pay him, but there's a very, very, very good chance he retires. I mean, this is just a team. I mean, even the punter's 35. Come on, man. This is just not a team that has a whole lot of young players that I'm willing to keep long-term. So with that being said, maybe a couple of backup pieces here or there, but overall... no, we're going to probably save this money. I'll keep Hooker if he wants to stay on a 2-year 12. That is the most expensive Hooker I've ever had. And I don't think anyone's really shocked here after the start of the season that they didn't turn it around and make the playoffs. Did win a couple of games, though. I think statistically, percentage-wise, did win more games in the second half of the season than the start. We did not change the playbooks, of course. It would be kind of defeating the purpose. especially for the first season. We'll probably do at least a full season next with the playbooks. But yeah, 3 out of 4 games there. One of those games, well, 2 of those games, 3 of those games being against some pretty good teams. So not bad at all, but still obviously not a great season in totality, if you will. Cam Ward finishes 14 touchdowns, 4 picks, which, I mean, is probably better than what he's going to finish or very equal to in real life. Yards are actually not bad. Pollard, kind of similar to what he's going to do in real life. Looking at the receivers, not exactly ecstatic about that. Offensive line, you know, their offensive lineman numbers. And then pass rush, just tremendously bad. Looking at interceptions, not a whole lot going on there, but that's just Madden Sim. Kicking, 75% is not great. Hecker, not great either. Under 50 yards per punt. DK, pretty good kick return. Hey, got a good kick return season. Of course, looking at the offensive yardage, 32nd. What about that points per game? Did finish way better than they are in real life right now. We'll see what happens. Of course, still early into the season. But Josh Allen wins MVP. And then looking at our wins, did not have Cam Ward. Cam Ward at 7. And there's not going to be any other award win, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, just kind of the season you'd expect to have. 14-3. Let's see what kind of draft pick he gets in this time. My guess is top 3, right? Probably pick 3. But we'll see. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Bills over the Rams. The Rams are like a super dark horse team. Like, their offense at times could just be like the best. We also did not change the sliders, by the way. So you can see Cam Ward is an 80 overall just from being a rookie. Look at the sliders. I didn't change them. Usually don't for the first half season, as you see Zeitler retires, which is a disappointment, but expected. Manor, it's just hard. Okay, it's just tough. Sneed's a superstar. Why? He's an 80 overall. That's like one of the lowest superstars I've seen outside of quarterback in a while. Quarterback, running back, every other position. It's it is what it is. We kept Hooker, so Winston's going to be our free safety, I suppose. Oladejo is going to be our best edge rusher. We'll see what happens next season. Maybe we get a rookie. Who knows? And then Simmons goes to X Factor. So our best player, probably on the entire team, let alone the defense, is, of course, our best dev at X Factor. Yeah, still a lot to develop. Nothing really changed here. I don't think there's a single player that, showed up that I'm like, oh yeah, that'll be our guy for the future. Nope, we still need pretty much everyone. Looking at the negotiations, obviously we did keep Hooker. Skoronski's a long-term contract if we want him because, 25 is getting there, 75-9 overall. He really didn't move much. Actually, I don't think he went up a single overall, which is pretty stupid, which is why we usually double it. We usually double the XP sliders for O-line specifically. Don't really care too much for the special teamers. Didn't really impress me, if you will. Let's take a look at free agency where we have a lot of money. We're hoping for somebody. Moten's not really that guy. Batonio, maybe. Dowdle, I don't think we need Reader. Braden Smith, I mean, hey, maybe he has some secrets in the Colts wants to share with us. There are a lot of guys here that I don't like, but they are still starters for this team specifically. So if it's for the right price, if it's a position that we don't think we're going to get in the draft, we probably will make a stab at it or take a stab at it. So we'll update you with... Ooh, Nakobe. We'll update you with the team if we get any free agents. All right. I had 4 targets. Let's see how many we get. Oh, no. Really? We get Batonio and Pace. I am shocked we did not get Nakobe. I offered him a 4... We got to have some common ground here, eh? EA. I don't really care if Nakobe was joining the best team in the entire league. The team could have just won 3 straight Super Bowls. He would not sign for a 2-year 16 over a 4-year, I think we offered him 32. There's just no way. There's just no way. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. And the Steelers, of course, in case you weren't, aware, are not a team that just won 3 Super Bowls in a row because no team has done that. But in general, they have not done that. We also did offer for... Who was the other player? I think it was Braden. We offered a 1-year 20, went to the Chargers for a 1-year, 18.5. I can understand that. Leaving 1.5 mil on the table to join a team that you might win a ring with. Okay, I get it. and being on a better team is going to make you look better and maybe get you another contract. But for Nakobe, a 4-year deal worth 32, that's set for life. A 2-year, whatever the hell that was, with, taxes and agent fees and all that, if you weren't good with your money, you might not be set. So, pretty stupid from EA, as usual. But if you turn off free agent, whatever, the motivations, it becomes way too easy. So you just can't turn them off. Can't lower them or anything either. It doesn't exist. So we got a couple of names, but yeah, far from exactly what I was hoping for. All right, we're in the draft. We have pick 3 overall, kind of like we expected to have. Of course, the one thing that kind of sucks about going with the up-to-date rosters and the starting point is that you don't get to actually scout from that starting point. So whatever they had scouted, which is usually just quarterback, as you can see here, you do have that as your scouting focus, which, of course, we don't care about quarterback. We don't want a quarterback. There's no point to have one. We already have Ward. Kind of losing our draft knowledge a little bit with that. But edge rush, there's some players I don't know if I'm willing to take them all the way at 3 overall. They're not like day one super game changers. Maybe Deion Dent. But obviously, I would not be trading up for one. If there was like a super generational type player, I'd trade all my draft picks if I need to get one. And of course, the 2 edge rushers we wanted, Deion Dent and McDaniels, both gone right away. Fantastic. We do have Raheem Cross, who I did like as well. I don't like him as much, though. 3 edge rushers in a row could be the way. Man, the Titans... Maybe a trade down is exactly what this team needs, but if we don't go with Cross, we just don't get an edge rushers. Oh. I'm debating it. I don't know when this guy would go, but he's around 1, so he could literally go like pick 6. Maybe I move back like 2 spots, see if there's a realistic trade with the Bengals or something. All right, we trade back 2 spots with the Bengals to gain a high 3rd round pick. Even if the edge rusher goes, we have plenty of options. I'm not 100% sold on this edge rusher, but it is one of our biggest positional needs. Wide receivers up there too, to be fair, but unless I go with, I suppose, Cohen, which I do like, I just don't know if that's going to happen. Edge is needed so much. What about our other edges? We had 2 other guys near the end. Santos, he's okay. The thing is, if this guy is normal dev, like, we literally could have just waited for one of these other guys later on. But I think we are going to go with Raheem Cross. Fast enough. Finesse type as well. I'm thinking 74 overall. If he's at least hidden, that'd be great. Please. Oh, no. Yes. Okay, hidden dev. Not the best overall in the world, but he is hidden dev. All right, so I'm hoping this is another one of those draft classes where the wide receivers fall a bit. I need at least 1 wide receiver, I think. I don't even really like having just 1 from this class. But DK at the number 2. A.O. Manor at number 3. I don't hate it. All right, we did get pretty damn lucky. All the tight ends went, which all 3 of them looked very good. Like, they were athletic beasts, but I just don't have that big of a need for that position. So, with that being said, we're going to be going for the wide receiver and kind of eyeing up a little bit. Sean Cohen, very athletic player. Another kind of smaller type wide receiver, but that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't really matter the size. It's just the athleticism and determination. Damn. Normal dad. Never mind. We're now in the 3rd round, and we have a safety that we might be looking at for a cornerback. I know he's a little bit on the heavier side at 220, but, I mean, I like it. I mean, good change of direction, good speed, great excel. If he's 91-ish speed, you can definitely play him at corner. So we're going to see. I think this is a good player no matter what, though. So 48 true talent. 67 where we took him, and a hidden dev, 90 speed, 92 excel. I can see that as a corner. The eyes were scary there, by the way. I could easily see that as a corner, so I don't hate that at all. I think he's our new corner 1. Well, maybe corner 2, but one of the corner spots. And then now, even though I hate taking linebackers even somewhat high, and 3rd round's not really that high, we got to take TJ Hartman. I think this finishes off our linebacking unit. Guy looks very good. This is a gem, I think. 52 true. Maybe not a super gem, but he is hidden. No change of direction at all. I'd be pretty disappointed seeing that change of direction because everything else looks great. But yeah, hidden dev, great for a rebuild. Maybe not great for usering. 70 change of direction, you really do notice. It is so bad. Like, I would rather have an 85 speed, 77 change of direction than a 91 speed, 70 change of direction. It really is that big of a difference. But still, it's better than not having a hidden dev at all. And then I don't know how to feel about this guy, but he looks okay. So Juan McCoy is going to be the guy I take here. We need, like, even if this guy's normal, we need just more corners that we can start. And he is normal, but he's not a bad player. 52, 53 true talent, I think it showed. We're going to the 6th round now, where we will likely be taking some sort of lineman. We really need multiple linemen. We'll see what we can do. Maybe make a trade up. If there even are any linemen, because now that I'm thinking about it, most of our guys actually were day 3ers. I'm actually not sure there's going to be a single lineman here. Okay, we have 2. We need to trade up for both, to be honest. Both of them look like guards. Really disappointed that we didn't get Braden Smith, 68 true talent. Bobby Schmidt, hidden dev. Having a pretty good draft, though. We're going to trade up to the Raiders and take another guy. Said they need a linebacker, so Cody Barton to the Raiders for a 6th-round pick. We're not going to use him anymore. We have our 3 linebackers. And then with this pick, we will be taking Enrique Sanchez. Looks a little rawer than the other guy, which is why we took the other guy first. 84 true, just be hidden. Thank you. That's all that matters. I don't really care what overall you are. And let's see, 25 in the 6th. Get ourselves... We actually really need both tackle spots. Might be moving Skronsky over to left tackle. I don't even care. Safeties, a couple of good zone guys, but I actually like Grant quite a bit. Very athletic. That's enough for me. If he's hidden, I will say it makes for a very interesting decision at running back 1. Okay, he's normal dev, so definitely not super interesting anymore. And then in the 7th round, if there's a kicker, we'll take one. And we don't actually really have a good kicker, so I'm going to go Jose Para. Looks okay. Or Para. 191 true talent, normal dev. A little bit of speed, but everything else kind of sucked. Not a bad draft, though. I really like the trade down we got from 3 to 5. We still got the edge rusher we wanted and picked up an extra player because of that. So let's take a look at those players. Got a couple of trade offers, actually. What do we got? Pollard and Batonia. Maybe Pollard, because now we have 3 running backs. Overall, so obviously the safety was not great, but everyone else is at least a 70, which is not bad. Cross, like we said, 74 overall. Kind of had that written all over him. 73 for his number. That is not okay. Like, at all. Let's put him at, I don't freaking know, dude. 50? That's, sure, why not? Oh, he's a superstar. Okay. Not bad. Is he a right end? I don't even know. Oladeja's left, right? I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can change that anytime we want. That is huge, though. I was kind of worried, like Cohen here, that he was going to be normal dev. I suppose Cohen, he looks good. He's very raw, but athletic. And then Archibald, what do we got? Hit power of 76. Block shot of 62. I mean, he does feel a little bit more like an actual safety, but we need cornerback desperately, so we're going to be putting him at cornerback. I don't care. 21, sure, why not? Star dev, didn't really expect much from him. So 70, what overall was he? 74, 73? He is a 74 corner. I don't think he went up or down. Maybe he went up one, if anything. Hartman, though, damn. I know the man's not great, but better than I would have thought. Very balanced player. Looking like Frankenstein. Got the Frankenstein face model. Dev. Star. I was honestly thinking maybe honestly straight up X Factor, but hell of a player, really fast. Again, change directions concerning, but not in a rebuild. It's not. Juan McCoy. He'll be our cornerback 3 or 4, I'd imagine. O-line probably doesn't matter too much. You know, it's the same old. Maybe we get an X Factor, who knows? Or X Factor superstar, but who knows? Grant, very good change direction, very good speed and excel. This is a guy you'd be pretty happy with. You see normal dev, you're worried. You see that change direction, speed, and excel, and you're pretty damn happy. That's a very good draft pick. Do wonder what the other guys are like, though. I would have absolutely taken McDaniels or Dent over the guy we did, so did we actually get lucky they went so high? I'm telling you right now, both of those guys I would have taken over our guy. So, did we get lucky? Dent, power move speed already, unless he's an X Factor or a superstar. No, not even a superstar. He has to be an X Factor. I like our guy more. Dent was... Okay, in fairness, he was an X Factor, so there's that. I still like our guy a lot, though. And then let's take a look at the Jets player. I do like... Oh, my lord, how many edge rushers you need? They just got greedy. I wish he was normal dev just for all that greed. McDaniels looks pretty damn good. It looks probably better than our guy, who was a star. So we did do better than the Jets, at least. Superstar is definitely miles better than star. Here is the team for season number 2. Definitely still a pretty damn low overall looking squad. O-line looks a little better, right? You have 2 longer-term options at center and right guard. Left guard, we'll see. Left tackle, Skoronski drops a little bit going to left tackle, but, I mean, he's got some experience there, and I would much rather have him there than anyone else, to be honest. Latham at right tackle will stay, obviously. But, yeah, we definitely need these skill position guys to go up. Then we look at the defensive side of the ball where, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of decent overalls, a lot of decent youth, right? Cross, Hartman, Gray, Oladejo, Winston, Archibald, those Sweat even, some younger guys on this side of the ball that hopefully develop. Don't know if we're going to stick to this 3-4s. I think we do have the talent more for a 4-3, even though Sweat's not really that kind of a guy. But that might be the plan, switch into a 4-3. We'll see how we start out the season, I think. All right, let's take a look at the contracts. Spears, I mean, this is the guy we're looking to be our long-term starter. So even though he's not having a great start of the season through 3 weeks, we're going to have to pay him, right? Even if he isn't the long-term starter, we're playing him and paying him like he is. Although 4-year 26 for a starting running back's not amazing money. Skoronski, he's going to actually make more money being a left tackle than if he just stayed at right guard or a left guard. So okay, I guess he wants the contract, but he's not ready. What does that even mean? Like, I know a few people like that too. Like, something they've wanted for a while, it lines up perfectly, and then they have second thoughts. It's like, what do you mean? You were just talking about this. Take the damn money. Take what you were asking for. What a disaster. Either way, we should be able to knock that contract out. And here we are at week 18, because if we win, based on the current, unless there's some crazy divisional game coming up here, based on the current trajectory, we are in the playoffs. We're the 7th seed as it stands. And again, meaning that if we win, I'm pretty damn sure we're in the playoffs. Obviously, there could be like some game that's 2 division rivals going against each other, and the winner of that automatically wins because they have a better record, whatever. But at 16-9, I think the 9-8 Tennessee Titans are about to make the playoffs here after a very bad season. So not a bad turnaround, of course. Oof. Did not change any of the schemes either. Did not change the defensive scheme or anything. The only difference is just moving some players around. Latham had a terrible game. Moving some players around and drafting the new players that we did. Here we are, wild card. Let's see if we're in it. Let's see. You never know. This Titans team, I've seen, Cam Ward put up some numbers with this scheme before. I don't know if he did this season or not. I don't really look at that until the end of the season. I want to be surprised. And very ironic, very fitting. Titans Chargers. The number 7 seed. Would we have had it if we lost? Maybe 8-9 Steelers. Could have been an 8-9 playoff team if we would have lost. But let's take a look at the win-loss. Of course, didn't do any funny business. Started off pretty good. Had a couple of losses near the second half of the season, but overall finished strong enough to make the playoffs. Cam Ward, yeah, these numbers are not very good. This scheme is garbage. Maybe it isn't the scheme. Maybe when I see Cam Ward do well, it's because they fired their coordinators, because that happens a lot. By year 3 or 4, most of the, oh my lord, look at Oladejo. Most of the teams have, at least the ones that lose a lot, have changed all their schemes and all that, which makes trying to copy like the Falcons or something tough, because it's like, oh, they have a different coordinator now. Well, GG. But yeah, look at this. Oladejo, 14 sacks, Cross, 11. Pass rush, way better. I mean, look at freaking Simmons with 20 tackles for a loss and 7.5 sacks. That's really good, too. Snead with 6 picks. What a year. Kicking was better. Punting was better. I mean, kick return stuff wasn't as good because, of course, it's not like real life, but definitely a better season. And, of course, massively better because we made the playoffs. Mahomes was the MVP. Any awards for us? Offensive Rookie of the Year for Cohen. Defensive Rookie has to be. Will that matter much, though, since he is, of course, a superstar already? I don't know. Snead, maybe he goes to X Factor. Think it's a little late for him. Think his overall's a little too low, but no, once again, I cannot hate the season we had, even if we get blown out 50-0 here. We go from 4-13 to 9-8 and making the playoffs. Yeah, not a bad turnaround. Going to the end of the game. Got the Amazon logo still above above the field with that shadow. 7-0, not a bad start, though. 10-0, not a bad start at all. 10-3, huge touchdown. 17-3. His defense is kind of out of nowhere here. And with that touchdown, I think we're winning a playoff game. Again, I didn't show you guys. I mean, you guys probably could tell, but excuse me. We gave up like 100 yards and points in like 2 seconds. We're down by 4 now. How the hell did that happen? Excuse me. Of course, we do have a little bit of time, so we could run the ball here, especially before the 2-minute, and it's pretty much useless. Gain of a yard. Fantastic. How the hell did this even happen? Does anyone want to explain to me? I don't really like this play, actually. Oh, well. Please. And he drops it. Oh, my, Spears. Oh, my. I honestly disagree. I think you punt this thing. I really do. I won't. Of course, I'm not going to. But I really do think with the defense is playing decently well, they've kind of choked here a little bit. I would think punting would probably be your smartest call here. So we got ourselves a little bit of a shorter look here, but I do like the setup. So DK, Cohen. Cohen. What a throw, by the way, as he's being hit. Cohen with some speed to the 42. Huge. 3 touchdowns, 3 picks, though, from Cam Ward. It's not the worst first playoff game I've ever seen, though, as that is really bad. I feel like we need to get something started here, so we're going to try to get a screen. Maybe we get 9 yards, hopefully. And, yeah, really good. Want to beat? Couldn't do it. Timeout, I suppose. 4th and 6. Another conversion needed to have a chance. Right, lot to read, but let's see. Cohen. Oh, no. And he just leaves it. I'm not sure how coming back to us is going to help you get a first down there, buddy. I mean, I think that's the read, right? Cohen's open. We should have threw it sooner, but it's just that guy right there, that linebacker. I never know when he's going to jump up there. Should have threw it right here at least. A little late on the throw. And I don't know where he's going, though. I'm not sure. Still a chance, but yeah, realistically, we kind of choked. Wow, that run is not going to make anything easier. They wasted a ton of time on top of just getting almost the entire first down. What? Dude, I don't understand this game, and we get stiff arm. Strip. Like, hear me out. I'll understand maybe a 3rd and 10. The other team wants to throw the ball or something, but 2nd and 2 after an 8-yard run, 0% chance there's a throw. It was also 2 touchdowns, maybe 1 on the ground. Yeah, 1 on the ground. I mean, again, it's the first playoff game of the rebuild. Hopefully not the first of only. Wow, Joe Alt got cooked. But, yeah, it's stupid, right? Like, there's just no chance a team does that in real life because there's no point to. You just got 8 yards on the ground. Run it again, and maybe you win. Throwing the ball, maybe the snap gets bad. Maybe the ball slips in your hand. Maybe you don't catch the snap. Maybe the throw is bad. Maybe it deflects and it gets picked. If you run the ball, all you got to do is get the handoff to the guy and hope he doesn't fumble. Right? It's just too stupid for any team to throw there. If it's 2nd and 12, okay, I can understand it. I get it. I would maybe throw the ball, but not 2nd and 2. Packers-Chiefs, matchup I've wanted to see for a while. Don't know if I want to see it anymore, though. I don't want to see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl, and as a Packers fan, obviously I'd like the Packers to win one, but I think the potential for losing that, don't want to be another one of the victims of KC, as you can see they were in this realm. Let's take a look if we have any dev-ups. Definitely not Cam Ward, I'll tell you that much. He is an 85 overall. Spears 84. Cohen goes to 81. DK's 75. You know, not the greatest, but Cohen, star development trait, is an 80, almost 82 overall now. Good deep guy, just not short and medium. Offensive line, nothing really happens there other than Betonia retiring. Helm goes to a 75. Defensively, Cross was already a superstar. Snead was not already an X Factor, but doesn't matter because he's still only an 80 overall. A little bit of a regression there, unfortunately. Did anyone else go up in dev? Like, who else did we have? No, we didn't have anyone go up in dev, not even Oladejo. So, I mean, the guys went up in overall decently, but outside of Cohen and Snead, which Snead doesn't really matter too much, didn't really have that much of a glow-up type season. Either way, let's take a look at the retirements. Judon, Betonio, and Watkins. Judon was actually kind of nice. Good depth and mentor type. So I would have probably re-signed him if he would have stuck around, but he unfortunately did not. Let's take a look at negotiations, which we took care of pretty much all of them. Latham's the only one we didn't, which at 24 years old, I want to re-sign him now rather than later. If he's 25 and 80, I might be looking at Skaronski's contract and be like, you know what? I don't want another one. I don't like it. Daniel Carlson wasn't amazing, but he's good enough. 1 year, 5. Boom. To free agency, again, a lot of money to spend, so hopefully there's actually some talent worthy of spending it on. That is definitely a player, but thankfully in real life that they paid him. Not as a Packers fan, I want them, but makes it easier. Makes it a little easier on deciding these rebuilds. I see Aiden all the time. I'm like, oh, they're not going to let him go, but he's too good to pass, and then we do the whole thing, and it's just a problem. Skaronski back at left guard would be great. I'd be willing to pay O'Neal. It's just, is he a left tackle? I don't know. I don't know if I would see it, but he's a pretty good player. Elton Jenkins definitely could be. But I've already done the Elton Jenkins move a million times, so I don't want to do it again. And everyone else is not really an upgrade, in my opinion. So, oh, Mims. That's an interesting name drop. Mims is interesting. We'll take a look at A.O. Manor, just because I can't say his name right. And if we like him, we might pay him. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, A.O. Manor is... he's not really that great right now. Problem is, Mims already 25, but more importantly, he doesn't want to be here. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to get him. I'll do a 4-year, whatever the hell this is, 56. 4-year 56. See if there's any teams that are interested. Green. No, I mean, it's us or the Commanders. Commanders are definitely seeing some Jahan there. Perfect in the slot, though, in my opinion. Watson, 28 years old, is a free agent. And I think that's probably going to be the only guys we focus on. And we didn't get Mims, but I'm pretty glad to see we got Brian O'Neal. I thought he was going to hold off one time. Someone else is going to come in and swoop him up. We got a fullback as well. Why not? Not bad at all. O'Neal, hopefully you are fluent in left tackle. He's very athletic and obviously a pretty damn good tackle. So I don't see why he couldn't at least be a somewhat decent left tackle. Personally, if I was you, I'd make it where no matter what position you're switching them, they're going to drop at least one overall. Just because I think it makes more sense. But obviously here, he doesn't drop one overall at all, so it makes sense. And he is being paid like a left tackle and just a tackle in general, almost $30 million per, which I think is fair. Skaronski back at left guard. And the offensive line is still looking pretty decent. All right, we're in the draft. We have pick number 19 overall. What the hell? Get off my screen. Pick 19 overall. There's a lot of positional needs. I would argue, though, that wide receiver right now is probably our biggest positional need. Our wide receiver 2 is a 25-year-old 77 overall. So I don't feel like that's very high potential. We do have some corners that we could use. Crossan is a top 5 with 4.29 speed. The problem is you can't draft everyone, right? If you could draft everyone, all would be well. So with that being said, I might have to settle for someone like Andrew Pryor, who could be a 73, 74 overall, maybe normal, but a guy you could develop. Versus just getting one of these guys, instead of going for the top corner, I go for a top wide receiver instead. So with that being said, we're going to end up going to pick 19. Probably will not trade up and just hope that one of those players, hopefully a wide receiver, is still there. And that is likely the first round pick. It feels weird though, because this team so far, and that's with a quarterback. Like I don't even need to draft quarterback. It feels like almost one of our challenge rebuilds. Like this team needs so much. But we're getting there slowly but surely. Glad to see that all the corners are going, so I can hopefully have my pick at wide receiver. Wow, Ramirez. I mean, those tight ends look good. Like 3 or 4 of them look really good. But I did not think 13 overall good. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe. I mean, it's the Patriots. They have the eye, the killer instinct at tight end. And we kind of have whoever the hell we want. I really do like J.D. Murray because he's decently fast, and I really like the key ratings. Might be our choice. We have a couple of other guys, though. Mr. Clay Pointer. The problem is there's a lot of wide receivers here, and we have seen that the wide receiver position at times can fall all the way to the next round. So imagine we traded this pick down and got, like a full second-round pick and still got these wide receivers. The problem is Murray does look the best, in my opinion. I do like Alvarado. And then, of course, you have the cornerback, Lorenzo Crossan. Man, I really didn't think I was going to take corner, but I really like Crossan. I'm taking it. You can't pass a top 5. We'll trade up for one of the wide receivers when the time comes. Hopefully he's not a normal dev, but True Talent 4, and he is hidden. That is a very good draft pick. I was just yapping 24/7 about not going cornerback as well. There's we got to take what we can get, and we don't have all these draft picks. Nah, dude, I'm good. Give me the top 5. And so far, so good at wide receiver, but for how long? I really want that wide receiver at the top, but I don't know if he's going to be there. We're going to try to go to the Chiefs if he's there still. So far, so good, though. We've went like 11 spots and no wide receiver went, so we'll see what it takes to get from 19. I did want a tight end as well, but I think we can live with Helm another season if we have to. Very costly, a second, a third, and a fifth. But we end up with both top players that we were trying to aim for at 2 very big positional needs. So I am very happy with this. I'm thinking normal dev, but I'm hoping a good overall. True talent 13, 75, 76 maybe. Dev also hidden. I thought there was a chance to corner. I mean, to be fair, they both had a chance to be hidden, but I really thought one of them was going to be normal dev, and I really thought it was probably going to be the wide receiver again, like the wide receiver we were taken, but fair enough. Not bad at all. Positional needs going forward, maybe a safety, but I can, again, live with Hooker another season, so hey, a roommate's a roommate. I mean, what? Pick 19 in the 4th round. We've moved down quite a bit. We've got a couple of UDFAs. Defensive tackle. That's an interesting one, actually. Problem is he's like a nose tackle. He looks good. There was a DT I really wanted, Diggs, I think his name was. But, we passed that up on, unfortunately. I mean, I think this is a trade down to the 6th round. We just take a couple of linemen, take a couple of players, DT included. Dolphins offer me an okay trade. It's not spectacular. But we moved to that 5th spot. 5th round spot, and we still gain some extra picks. We're going to go with I don't know if it's the Texans that I want. It's the Vikings. I'm going to go with the Vikings pick, get a 6th round pick in there. A couple of decently high 6th round picks. Should be able to land some players, including a lineman or two, which we don't actually need right now. DT, we really need like a true pass rushing DT, but those guys you got to get in the first 3 rounds, sadly. But first things first, we do need a DT. Even if it's a nose tackle, it's fine by me. True talent, 16! Carl Fisher, normal dev, but very athletic. Strength is great. Sucks he's normal dev, but that's a hell of a draft pick, actually. I am not going to complain about that one. Hopefully the linemen are still there. And they are. We might try to go for both, so it's not going to really matter. Let's go Gonzalez first, who is 86 true. Hidden dev. Not bad. 2 7th round picks will get us that 6th round pick from Buffalo, which will be, of course, the other lineman. This might be a long snapper with the next pick in the 7th round. 96 true talent with also hidden dev. Huge. Which, speaking of, they are both huge. They're both pushing 340, which is definitely going to be pretty much locked in at guard, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see. But let's take a look at the final pick, which I think should be a long snapper. Can avoid all that garbage with the whole, well, this guy can't play long snapper. He's never played it before. It's like, you give me $1 million per year for the next 10 to 15 years, I'm going to do my damn best, okay? I'm just saying. That is a good point, though. How do you become a long snapper? Like, you must have to be pretty good at, like, special... Wow. Okay, so those are some pretty good draft picks. But you must be pretty damn good at, like, special teams fielding, right? Like, you can't just be straight up long snapper, because then how the hell do you differentiate between who is what? You got to be good at other things, too, but how does one? Like how? Like, surely, you're going to school to be, like, an accountant or something, and then you're like, you know what? I'm damn good at bending over and launching a ball 15, 20 feet. Yards? Feet? I don't know. Who cares? Star Dev. We're number 29. This guy was totally worth it. And the fact that we ended up getting the really good wide receiver to go with him. What a damn draft. This is the draft we needed. This was a very good draft. Oh, wow. That injury sucks. I still think that's glitched. I can't understand why EA would make a player like that. And he's an X Factor. Like, is this really, like, did Michael Thomas really ruin Madden franchise? Like, did he actually do that? I'm glad I have not drafted one of these guys in a normal franchise setting where I have to make the decision, like, okay, are we going to just bump his injury, or are we just accept that we have a bust? Because why are we doing that, you know? What else did we have? I mean, I can't... Wow, there's a lot of 80-plussers in here. It's a really good class. Look at Ramirez. He was worth it. He was insane. Blair as well? Oh, my. Alvarado, he was kind of mid. That would have been the tight end we would have landed. So we kind of, I wouldn't say we lucked out, because the guy's probably still good, but definitely not an 80+. Either way, sick draft. Going forward, I mean, it really might be tight end that we're looking at for, like, one of our most important position needs. And here we are for season number 3. The team is still not where we want it to be, but we're definitely reaching that status slowly but surely. Our offensive line, especially left guard, right tackle, I feel like should be better than this by now, but, well, whatever. Spears, 26. 26. We're getting to the point where maybe we need to replace him. I don't know if he'll ever even get to a 90. Quarterback, thankfully, is good. Wide receivers are good. Defensively, DTs maybe need 1 or 2. More of a pass rushing DT. Sweat could just be the nose tackle. And then maybe a safety. But other than that, the team does have long-term pieces in place. We just need to develop them. All right, $187 million. Jeffrey Simmons, I can see him as at least a 2-year player. I'm sure I like everything, but okay, you like everything. That's where we stop. Thanks for signing the contract, right? No? Okay, weird. Gray, he's at least like, hey, I wanted some more money. At least he's not lying to me. He's not saying, I love everything. No, he doesn't love everything. He actually wants more. Fair enough. I agree. We'll go 3-year, 60-ish for Sweat. Glad that he wasn't sweating us out for more money. Yeah? You clicked off the video? Okay, cool. Latham, I mean, it's costly. And I don't love his overall. We'll do a 3-year. 3-year 52. I don't like to do more than that for expensive-ish linemen. What else we have? Okonkwo. Hooker's going to be gone. Gray, we got to re-sign. And they keep just showing me the same players. I'm not that stupid, okay? I know when I'm being lied to. That was literally the same 3 guys like 45 times somehow. Can we just, like, fix the game? No? Okay. We are officially in the playoffs no matter what. But if we win this game, we guarantee the not the bye week, but the divisional title. We get the number 2 seed. We are the leaders of the AFC South. And all of these wins ahead of them, the Colts get knocked out of the playoffs. You got the Browns as our first of hopefully many in this playoff run. Did end up right here switching to the Falcons offense. So not exactly the Titans anymore. You kind of knew it was going to happen, right? Like Cam Ward was throwing 17 touchdowns a year. Now he's 36. I don't know if that helped us win more games or not, but yeah, something tells me that playbooks still play a pretty big factor on your sim, considering he had more touchdowns in 1 year this season than he did in the first 2. All right, taking real life, he's not off to a great start, and that hurt the numbers a little bit, but it wouldn't have mattered. It was still a bad season the following year anyways. So looking at the rushing numbers, they're better. The receiving, obviously, Murray killed it. Cohen was okay. DK was all right. Helmet, a lot of touchdowns, but yards are a little low, which is surprising for the Falcons game. Thought maybe 600 yards minimum. O-line, sure. O'Neal gave up 15 sacks. Makes sense if you're dumb, perhaps. Oladeja, 13 sacks. Cross, 12. 10 for Simmons. Really good year for the pass rush. Pace had a great year. Archibald was good. Winston, Hooker were all right. The rookie did not get a pick, so I doubt he's winning Rookie of the Year. Carlson was bad. Punting was good. And nothing really going on in the kick return, punt return game. Offensive yardage way up. Went from 32 to 23 to 9, I believe, is the trajectory we had. Of course, looking at MVP goes to Joe Burrow. Cam Ward at 5, though. Not bad. Murray at 3. Not a bad season for a rookie at all. Of course, gets Rookie of the Year. Defensively, Rookie of the Year was not on the list for us Texans with 3 of them, though, on the board. Cam Ward, number 3, so that's Pro Bowl. Running back, no. Wide receiver, Murray. Schmidt with the Titans here. Us, obviously. Almost got an undeserved dev up. Would have been insane. Might still get one. I've seen the number 2 get one. Oladejo at 6. A little surprised you didn't have more than that on the D-line. Pace, though. He's an automatic dev up, man. Archibald with 4. Yeah, where was Defensive Player of the Year? He must have been up there. Really? That is actually crazy. 135 tackles, 5 sacks, and whatever the hell else he had is not good enough for top 10 Defensive Player of the Year. That is a little surprising. But here we are at home, taking on the Cleveland Browns. I mean, there is really, I don't know what their team looks like, but in theory, based on their overall and their record, there is probably not an easier team that you could get for the playoffs. And here we are. So I'm just saying, if you don't beat this team, I'm not looking super optimistic for season number 4. Either way, let's take a look. You got the Texans and Chiefs playing against each other. A couple other matchups in there, obviously. 7-7. Still 7-7. Still 7-7. It is still 7-7. 13-7. Excuse me. No extra point. With the field goal, with another touchdown. Defense, man. I will say, again, we almost choked against the Chargers, but this defense is actually kind of legit. Like, this pass rush has really surprised me. Hopefully one of them gets a dev up, specifically Oladejo this time. But, yeah, Dart. Wait, what? Did they trade him? Like, the AI does trade players, no matter how young they are, if they're a low enough overall. And while, Dart has been inspiring at times, his overall is still pretty low in the game. They must have traded him. I mean, it's year 3 now, so you never know in real life. Like, it could easily be real. I mean, who knows? Maybe Cleveland offers a second-round pick and Dart's just really not looking good. I don't know. But in-game, that's a little surprising. Where the hell are the Browns? Was it a this year thing? I don't know. I have no idea, but it's not our problem. We're going on to the divisional round. We got a playoff win. Not bad, actually. Year 3 playoff win? I've had worse. I've had, teams take longer that are better. Of course, going against the Chiefs, not looking great, but we're at home. That's got to hurt Chiefs fans a little bit. Having to play on the road against the Titans, that's insane. We go from one of the easiest to one of the hardest, unfortunately. 7-0, good start for the team. Problem is, it is still early. 14-0. Okay. I don't want to get too excited, but there's things to talk about so far. Come on, get another score, please. Into the fourth quarter, it's still 14-0. 17-0. That is one of the greatest defensive performances I've ever seen in Madden Sim history. We held the Chiefs to 7 points. That is ridiculous. This defense is on another level. This is a historically good defense right now. If we win a Super Bowl, this is a historic defense. I don't care what anyone says. We just held the Chiefs to 7 points in Sim. I don't know what to tell you. They're still one of the best, if not the best, all-around playbook in the game still. And they, of course, have Mahomes, and they still have some other options. Unfreaking believable. They're a 91 overall. Wow. That is actually insane. Then you have the Bengals. Damn, the Bengals, though. See how they got here, because I would have thought, it would have been like the Bengals and the Chiefs taking each other out, and, we don't have to worry about them, but nope. Chiefs win over the Texans. The Bengals were probably the number 1 seed. They were. Divisional, you have the Bengals beating the Patriots by 11. I get Drake May is actually a solid player, but that's still a team that is not super hard to beat, in my opinion, so this doesn't necessarily scare me, but it is also our first game on the road, so who knows. But I would honestly already call this a win of a rebuild. Getting to the championship round with the Titans, that's insane. Ooh, rain, huh? I personally don't like it. I love the atmosphere of the weather games, but as far as, if I'm trying to really win a game, yeah, I don't like it. It scares me. End of the game, though, let's take a look. 0-0, 7-0. Damn, already more points than the Chiefs in just the first quarter. I don't like this. This weather is slowing us down here. Oh, my. 6-21. Oh, my. Oh, my. Some mistakes on offense is definitely leading to this, too, because that was a really short field. It was like a 1-yard drive. 3rd and 8. Oh, come on. Don't kick a field goal. You can't kick a field goal. What are you trying to go for the most historic win in championship history? It's a lot to ask for, though. I kind of get why. We got no choice. Gunnar Helm. It's a good throw. Keeps us alive and scores. Stumbling into the end zone, keeping the dream going. Although Gunnar Helm is not fast, and he was very clutch that last one. Conquo gets bumped so hard, almost caught by the running back. All right, 12-point deficit, but it's a lot better than an 18-point deficit, I'll tell you that much. And defense got to make a play. 3rd and 19, 3rd and 14, 4th and 1. Of course they get it to 4th and 1. Keeps the game alive, though. 15-point game if they hit it, let alone if they get blocked, which we're going to try. I don't even know if spamming it even works anymore, but... All right, slow sim it is. Got to get a touchdown to have a chance. They're driving down pretty nicely. I like that drive. All right, they go for 1, which I get. You want to keep the hope alive as long as possible. 3rd and 4, you got to get the stop here pretty much. Team's got a good pass rush, but it is the rain, so there might be a little bit of a step lost in this situation. Come on, defense. Make a play. Oh, I thought that was a freaking penalty. Oh, he actually throws it. And we get the stop. Yeah. Oh! I don't think that's legit anyways, but for a second, we actually looked like we were going to recover that. Clock is kind of running. They have all the timeouts in the world, but they're just not going to use them. 4th and 6. The game is literally won or lost right here. It's just great. All the way through this attempted comeback, it just feels like we have no chance to win, yet there is a very legitimate chance we could win. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize the clock was going because, why would you want to call timeouts? I mean, who else would you go to, apparently? Apparently, there's only one man on the field. Cam Ward is really not doing us any favors, I'll tell you that. There's a legitimate chance. You get the touchdown on the 2-point, and here you are, Cam Ward, I don't know why I thought Cam Ward was faster than that. I'm pretty sure he's like 82 speed. What I have done is make a mistake. I have sold. We just wasted our 1 freebie timeout we had. Now, anything that's stuck in field, we got to get out of bounds going forward. Going to the rookie. It's a little overthrown, unfortunately. hits us late. Spears, could you just clutch up for me? Just do it. He doesn't. That's a tough throw. It's there. It is there, just not caught. I gotta say, though, I don't really love the plays this team has. Double move Okonkwo, maybe. It's a good route, and it's another garbage throw by Cam Ward. Damn it, Cam, come on. This is the championship round. Just another garbage throw, dude. Is it really the weather? I mean, there's some pressure there, too. I mean, he is getting hit as he's throwing almost. Okonkwo is kind of winning, but, I mean, this throw to the outside, he's the most open out of anyone and just misses the... Give him a chance, dude. That's tough. Either way, we made it the championship round. Almost made a crazy comeback. We're down, like, what, 24-6 or something? Made it 27-19, so... Not really garbage time. If you have the ball last, down 8, minute to go, and you're in position, not really garbage time. Just almost an attempted comeback. Still, again, wow, Oladejo was very good. Technically a win. Technically a rebuild win. We'll still do at least a season or two, depends on if we win a Super Bowl or not. But yeah, getting into the championship round with, you know, arguably one of the best, I mean, not arguably one of, but arguably the worst team in the game right now. Bottom 3 for sure. You make a championship round, I think that's a win. Of course, my goal is at least Super Bowl, but, you know, sometimes the goal shifts around a little bit when it's the right team. But at the same time, I love these rebuilds. I love the ones that are more challenging, the ones where every single draft matters. Whereas, you know, normal rebuilds, year 3 or year 4, you're like, do I really need it? Do I really need this player? Packers win. Bengals couldn't even win the damn Super Bowl. What a bunch of bums. Look at DevOps. Murray was already an X Factor, actually, wasn't he? He was already an X Factor. Still really freaking good, though. 93 overall off rip. He's wide receiver 1. Day 1, basically. As Cohen's only an 85 overall. So say what you will about sometimes, you know, the sliders feel too high. Cohen is now, you know, multiple years in the league. Won Rookie of the Year. He's only an 85 overall. Whereas Murray, because he was an X Factor off rip, is 93. So, does matter your starting point. Starting point matters, no matter what the dev is. Or the, well, speaking of dev up. But speaking of what the XP sliders are. O'Neal's still here, thankfully. Kind of expect, you know, him to be, but you never know. Gunnar Helmy, 78 overall. Very clutch for us in those playoff plays there, but you might have to move on, realistically. Oladejo, no dev up. Disappointing. We're still going to stick with the 3-4, though, I think. We need a safety, maybe a DT, though. But everything else, I don't hate it. I think everything on the defense besides a safety and DT is fine. And then offense, maybe look at a running back. Definitely look at a tight end, and then maybe some O-line. But, yeah, I like where we're at. I mean, I think we're probably a lock for the playoffs every year now. And again, not that I would say the pressure's completely off, but making that championship round makes me feel like, okay, well, it's not a complete failure, even if we don't win a Super Bowl. Fifth year option for Cam Ward, I think you probably get him at 62 a year at this point, so we're going to just hold off. And then, while, you know, some of these guys are decent backups, maybe even starters, depending on your position, like Hooker, I think I'm going to let them all go. We'll keep Reset, though, because he is a mentor type. We'll get that free XP every year. And then, actually every week, to be fair. And then we'll get a new kicker, because I was not a huge fan of Daniel Carlson. 77% kicking. No, thank you. But free agency, oh my, Gibbs. I'm just going to say it's unlikely he ever hits free agency. I think if you look at the Lions right now, I don't want to, like, speak to everybody. But my opinion, there is 4 players you absolutely do not get rid of. And that is Gibbs, Hutchinson, Goff, Amon-Ra. Everyone else, while there's still a lot more good players on that team, right? Sewell is probably one of them too. But if I were to choose only 4 players, I had to choose only 4 to keep, those are the 4. As much as I think Sewell's great and some of the other linemen are solid, those are the 4. So, Gibbs, I just don't think he's going to be there. I just don't think he'll ever be there. And I like Spears a little bit, so we're going to just stick with what we got. Pooney, I mean, it's a lineman. You never know. These linemen go left and right. Especially Niners linemen. They usually don't keep anyone unless it's, you know, a tackle. Even then, not always. Wow, Trevin Wallace. Damn, what a freaking glow up. There's actually some good young players in here. We might be looking at somebody. I'm not sure. I don't even know if we need Trevin, to be honest. Like, we're already kind of, like, wasting some of our linebackers. Yeah, we're kind of chilling. We're all right. We just need a safety. Safety DT, which I don't think I've seen. Actually, we did see a safety. Holland and McKinney. McKinney's way too overpriced. Holland, no one wants. I mean, sure. One of our big positional needs filled through free agency at a decent price. Why not? I do want to see McKinney's offers, though, because there's no way they're paying him full. They're paying full freaking price. That is crazy. Would you pay $25 million per year for McKinney, especially the way he's playing in real life right now? I wouldn't. I'll tell you that. Not that he's like garbage in real life. He's still probably a top 15 safety this season-ish, but he's not $25 million per year, which is like top 3. And we do get Holland. Got worrisome there because he went a whole week without signing with us, but yeah, we'll take him. We'll put Winston over at strong safety. I think he fits that a little bit better. Only just had him at free because that's where we had an opening. But yeah, huge. As that was one of our big positional needs this offseason. Kind of just looking at tight end DT now. All right, we're in the draft with pick 30, of course. The worst draft pick you can get in the entire league. Because, again, we always talk about it, but I feel like I need to share this information. It's the one pick that does not make the Super Bowl. It is bad. Of course, if you get pick 31 or 32 and it's from a trade, then yeah, that is obviously worse because you didn't even make the Super Bowl. But if that's your own pick, you at least made the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Oh, Nance jumped to top 5. He was round 1 true talent, and now he's top 5. That is interesting. I do like Yancey personally more because, of course, he's faster. But in a rebuild sense, if I can get a 75 speed tight end, but he's, 85 overall, yeah, that's better, right? So I'm thinking you not trade down. You move down until the tight ends kind of fall into your lap a little bit. I just have a feeling we're going to end up with Whiteside because Nance is going to go like pick 8. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, let's keep going. Maybe we'll go to 20, and then the other tight end will be gone by like 18. So let's see if I'm right or not. Nance went 12. If he's a round 1, top 5 true talent going 12, I'm thinking my projection of the other tight end going 18 is pretty realistic. It's just, can I really trade up for a tight end I know is no higher than a 75, 76 overall? I don't think so. I don't know, man. Both tight ends might be about the same, just a little bit different in speed. I think you just keep going. I'm surprised they can even afford Dan Moore, but this is the trade we'd make to move up to 25 to take the tight end. Don't hate the pick, so I do like this running back a lot, though, too. Man. You have Perry, but he's like, your new Scattaboo type of build. I don't know. I like Perry a lot, and I think it'd be a sell to not at least land him. I need tight end a little bit more, I think. Let's go, Yancey. Just don't be normal dev, man. I got to start him no matter what, though. Thank you. All right, 90 speed to hit a Nev. Totally worth it. Really like that running back, though. This is steep as hell, but my thought process is if we want to replace running back, this is a guy that I would really like to have, and he's 21 years old, so this could just be our future running back. Devontae Stevenson, True Talent 7. I'm definitely expecting normal or star. Let's see. He is at least star. 94 speed, 90 excel. Looks like a good running back. That is a good draft pick. I really was thinking very low dev. Could still be star. But star is better than, what we could have had. So that's a dub. That's a win. If Perry's there in the 6th, I'll take him. But yeah, I don't really need running back anymore. Even though he's a good player, I'm not going to trade up in the 4th round for him. If that, he might even be gone by the 3rd. Day 3 is obviously, hell, I might have seen some day 3s go in the 2nd, late 2nd. Looking at, oh wow, all the whole line's gone. We'll go Virgil, though. Very, very fast guy. Could be our wide receiver 3. But 4.340, which more importantly, that elite speed on the left side and elite excel. 114 true. Could we get one? Could we get one? We don't. Very fast, though. All right, let's take a look at that draft recap. I can't even remember what the true talents were besides the running back. Oh, wow, he is very... you know what? I should have went and looked at him first. It doesn't really matter, though. Yancey, number 1 tight end. Sorry, Helm, you've clutched up for us, but the progression just is not there. 85, sure, why not? Star Dev, damn, I was really thinking maybe better than that. Gotta see Nance, which I don't even know where he went. What team was it? Giants, maybe? Either way, Devontae Stevenson, really a guy we should start now. But I'll let, what's his name go? Why am I looking at his stats? The hell am I doing? But it'll be fine. Okay, it'll be fine. Spears will start. Let's not do 28. Let's not do 22. Let's do 30. I guess. Star Dev as well. Damn, a little unlucky there, but that's fine. Two really good players. Specifically that running back. Could get, you never know. Could win Rookie of the Year with just touchdowns. Seen backups get a lot of touchdowns before. Nance went to it was the Giants. Not the fastest guy in the overall, but in the world, 80 speed, or overall with 84 speed. Kind of all over the place here. Where are we? There he is. I mean, I guess Theo's not really progressed that well either. Could be one of those X Factor builds. We've seen a few of those like that. Pretty damn good truck and stiff arm. Definitely would rather have our guy without a doubt in a normal setting, but if he's an X Factor, obviously I'd rather have him in this rebuild. Damn. If I knew what I know now, yeah, I probably would have traded up to where he went, but that is a very steep cost for sort of an unknown. I was thinking 80 overall, but I was also thinking, could be Star Dev. I've seen them. It's not like, I mentioned a few times, but it's not like the tight end we passed on in Panthers franchise. That guy was a bona fide guaranteed beast. All right, season 4 team. The team looks better and better every year. Of course, tight end is the kind of new addition to the offense. Obviously, Stevenson as well. We'll see what he gets up to. Very good duo of wide running backs now. A lot of speed for number 2 now. And then look at the defense. Still kind of lacking of that DT spot, but, I mean, Simmons is carrying the load. Sweat's not a bad player. Brand new free safety Holland, 87 overall. Massive improvement there. And then, of course, the corners get better every year. So, team's getting better because it's so young. And who knows? This could be the year. Year 4. Very so common a year that we win it all. All right, here it is. The expensive time to be alive. Oh, it's cheaper than we thought, though. That is not bad. Let's do one of these. 6-year 355. I hate that. I hate that so much. Oladejo, because he hasn't been getting the dev ups, we actually get really lucky, and it's going to cost us a lot less. Easy money. Nice. Winston, 3 or 30. Yeah, I mean, I like the trajectory of the career, so let's do one of those. Get greedy? Damn it. I thought we'd maybe get greedy. We'll bump that to 10 per. Gunner, he actually is not a bad overall, but sadly we have replaced him. I feel bad. I don't know. I just feel bad. Like, he played so well for us in the playoffs. Just doesn't really matter. O'Neal, maybe. DK, maybe. Ayo, because I can't say his name. Actually, crazy enough, more likely than not. A year younger, overall less. Let's just keep DK, though. Let's just do it. 66 mil. We can afford O'Neal if we want. And that's really it. I mean, we're looking pretty good. All right, playoffs. We actually had a moment of getting the bye week potentially, but obviously that is gone now. But we made the playoffs 3 straight years. And each year we have earned it more than ever, which is nice. But we are taking on the Bills to start, so it could be a one and done. This is what the season looked like. Pretty damn good. And then, a couple losses near the end. 3 of the last 6, so 50% hit rate. Which if we just win like 2 of those, I think we have the number 1 seed or close to it. Still a great year nonetheless. Take a look at the numbers where Cam Ward may have won MVP. What a year. A little bit too high in the interceptions for MVP in Madden Sim, but in real life, pretty much guaranteed. Spears was solid. Cohen, 23 touchdowns. Murray, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Yancey, same scheme, by the way. Same Falcon scheme, but with an actual athletic tight end. So, he had a really good year. So maybe actually does play a factor with your ratings. Obviously, the playbook's going to nudge you very hard into the right direction, but him being way more athletic, kind of like Kyle Pitts, made him way better than Gunnar Helm on the season. Oladejo, 14 sacks, Cross, 13, Simmons, 9.5. I mean, the pass rush has been so good. Look at the tackles were lost. This could be a dev up, actually. Crazy that Cross might go to X Factor before Oladejo even goes to Superstar, but you know what, Ola? We got you the contract. You can dev up any day now. You can hold. You can go. You don't have to hold on anymore at Star Dev. And we do an MVP. Cam Ward's an MVP. Cohen, Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. No, that would have been a huge one. It probably will go up in Dev anyways, but still would have been guaranteed. Best wide receivers of Cohen's goated. Not bad at all. Here it is, though. The Buffalo Bills. Not an easy team to beat. Can we at least make it back to the championship round? Maybe get to the Super Bowl? Every year would be an improvement. Get to the Super Bowl, and then if we lose it, then final year we win it. That'd be cool. Superstar, or not Superstar. Championship round, Super Bowl, but lose, and then Super Bowl win. Be quite the storyline. Let's see if that's going to happen or not. Not an easy team to beat. The Colts move on, so could be a division rival matchup, as right now we are getting cooked 14-0. And I don't know what it is, but this offense just does not score. I mean, 48 touchdowns in the year from Cam Ward says otherwise. I was going to say maybe the Falcons playbook is just a, like, good yards, not good touchdown playbook, but that's not true at all. Inches, you got to go for this, right? Okay, they will go for this. I think we should come out here and do this, though. I like this for us. This is definitely man coverage. Do you trust Murray one-on-one? We'll try it. There you go, wide open. And there he goes, Cohen. Speed. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's a blitz. Didn't think it was going to be a blitz, but, I mean, it was man. All right, Super Saiyan Sim, let's see what we got. I really thought it was the stack, which, I mean, obviously you can blitz that corner in the slot. But I really thought it was going to be the double up. 4th and 5. They're going to punt this? Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Buffalo with a little bit of a choke. 3rd and 3. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. And we might actually walk off. We almost walked off with a touchdown. Clutch defense. Clutch offense. Moving on to the divisional round after beating a very good team. A team that is very good on defense specifically. Josh Allen technically had a better game, but the completion percentage was worse. So I would hands down take Cam Ward's performance over Josh Allen's. So, you know, just a little example of the passer rating be a little flawed. I really don't think one interception outweighs double the yards and a way better completion percentage. Like, that's why, you know, people do crap on, like, Pro Football Focus and these different grading companies, because do you think an interception is worse than, let's say, 2 3rd and 5 missed throws? Because you got to punt it anyways. You know, is that interception deep in the end zone or deep in the, you know, down the field? You know, it's not as simple as, oh, threw a pick, bad. You know, was it deflected for a pick? Which a lot of times they do, you know, judge based on, you know, mistakes by a receiver and whatnot. But yeah, you can't just judge a book by its cover. Simply put, 92 to 88, Titans over Bengals. I mean, if you look at some of Rodgers' seasons, which a lot of quarterbacks get lucky, Mahomes for sure. You know, there's a lot of seasons where, you know, those picks are low, but the turnover-worthy plays are kind of high. So they kind of just got lucky that they weren't picked. You know, I've seen plenty of times where Rodgers throws it so damn hard that it just bounces off the defender's hands. So, you know, that was in his prime, of course. So it's just, you can't just look at those base ratings all the time, especially when you're looking at things like pass rushers. That's one that people still, I don't know how, they're still just so fixated on sacks only. Sure, you'd love to have them, but I'd rather have a game wrecker that's making the quarterback pressure, double team, triple teamed a lot, than a guy that gets 15 sacks because the other guy's taking all the double teams, you know? Which, you know, for a team, it makes both good. We threw the pick. I thought it was them. No. That is painful. Well, it's going to be a lot to ask for, but I have decided that we are going to try and win this game. I've decided it. It is what it is. That's a freaking far throw. Good play, though. Straight up to the line. Wow, Cam Ward, you are not the father. That guy is being fathered. Same play. This time we go to the guy I wanted to go to and actually gets there. I thought for a second it was going to get intercepted. Up to the line. Damn it. Let's go with this. High-low. High-low. Got some speed with Cohen. That's a good throw. What a catch. Damn, son. We're moving down the field pretty nicely here. I like the corner when you set it up like this. Tight end could score. And that is why you get a fast guy. Oh, he's in. And we saved the 2 seconds. So if we go with a deep kick and we kick this out of the end zone, we're cooking. Wait, why are we going for 2? Oh, what is that? Okay. A, F the game for telling me to go for 2. And B, what? I've never done heavy, but, like, surely when you click heavy, your guy just kicks it as hard as he can, right? Wow, that sucked. Okay. I mean, our kicker's like 95-plus kick power. If he can't kick it heavy and out of the end zone, I don't know who can. Yeah, why the hell did they tell us to go for 2? It's weird, as I've actually seen that in the NFL, too. Is that just like is that another psychological thing? where if you get that 2-point conversion, the other team is like panicking more? I'm not sure. Maybe it is. Oh, we just did that. That is my fault. Okay, now that's not anyone's fault. All right, we're in goal line against 4 wide. And good job off the edge. He still breaks that tackle, mind you. Oh, no. Switched me the wrong guy. Not that it mattered. Well, we lost. Can't win games playing quarterback like that. Even Joe Burrow, he didn't play well, but still 70% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, 400 yards. The 2 picks suck, but again, if even one of those is a 3rd and 15 shot play, that makes it look way different. And I don't know if it was or not, but in theory it could have been. Right? You see that a lot in the playoffs more than ever, really, because that's where the stats really don't matter. But, yeah, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate. We got the win over the Bills, which is nice, but kind of got destroyed by the Bengals, if we're being real. And normally, we make like some big trade because we're like, okay, this is the year we got to win it all. I don't know if we're going to do that this year, as you have the Bengals and Giants. Hey, at least the Bengals made the Super Bowl. They didn't waste our spot. There's nothing worse than losing in the wild card, especially the divisional, and that team doesn't even go to the Super Bowl. It's like, wow, we were like the 6th best team then. We weren't even close. But yeah, the Bengals won the Super Bowl, so arguably the 2nd best team, 3rd best team in the league. It is what it is. Looking at the dev ups, though, Cohen's a superstar. I think he might have already been. No, he wasn't. He was star dev. And then, of course, the big one, Cam Ward, who did not play like an MVP, is MVP. Let's see. Cohen, he did go up in dev, right? Yeah, I figured he was just star dev. A lot of awards for him. He deserved it. And then Yancey, 83 overall. Superstar dev. Definitely worth starting over Gunnar Helm. O'Neal, we got a 1-year 34, so he is back. Cross goes to Superstar X Factor, which again, we talked about it. Chance of him going to X Factor before Oladejo to Superstar, high, and it happened. Cedric Gray, who's already out of contract, Superstar Dev. This, roster-wise, is one of the best rosters we've had all year. And I know, some of the overalls aren't quite there, but when you look at the longevity, the youth, and the fact that we have most of our contracts settled, it's a damn good team. It is actually a damn good team. But either way, let's take a look at retirements. We might have had some mentors, but nothing more. Yeah, a couple mentors in there, which sucks because I really like the edge we had there. Probably could have got Landry back, but no. Raheem Cross, there's no way I'm paying that. I don't care if he asked for 35 per. That is still less than 47. Helm, again, I feel bad, but he's gone. And the rest we let go. Even, I think, well, Gillikin I think we'll keep. Fitzgerald, I don't think he's worth it. What was that, $4.5 million per year for 77% completion or kicking percentage? Yeah, best of luck to you. Hairston, that's a new one. Goff, kind of a new one. Dotson, ETN. You know what, I might be lying. I might be going for DT. I don't know if that is the position we're missing, because at the end of the day, there is NFL luck. Right? You need luck to win it all. O-line's not the best. But that is kind of like our glaring need, is just a true pass rushing DT. Like, you have Simmons and that's it. Which, I mean, that's very good. Don't get me wrong. And Sweat being the nose tackle and all that. But it'd be nice to get another pass rushing DT. We'll see if we can do that. Our draft picks are 27-59. No 3rd round pick. Could still land like a lineman or two with our 4th, 5th, and 6th perhaps. Let's look for DT, see if it's possible. This feels like an overtrade, but 1st and 2nd round pick for Aleem McNeil. We need DT, and he is by far the only DT outside of Milton Williams that's in our range. All right, we're in the draft, and there's not a whole lot going on, but we'll take Carlos Guerrero, get ourselves another lineman in there, 64 true talent, hidden dev. Got lucky with that one. Yeah, the O-line, kind of weak in this class. And then we only have 1 DTs, of course, another nose tackle. That makes 3 nose tackles on the team now, 19 true talent. But this one's hidden. All right. Maybe got ourselves a replacement for Sweat, especially when we inevitably can't afford him when we pay Cross in a second. All right, kick accuracy C, great kick power, great speed. Torrey Hazelton, 167 true, 187 where we took him in. Yeah, 95 kick power. We got ourselves a brand new kicker, hidden dev. We don't usually stick it out with any of these rookie kickers. And this one's definitely one we're going to be sticking around with, I think. And then we're going to take a random fast running back, Tavon Zimmerman, 118 true talent, normal dev. Doesn't take much to scout these guys, right? You're missing a corner, missing a running back, missing a linebacker, tight end. Find a guy that's fast and just take him. Why not? Take a look at these overall. 73, 76. Kicker's only 67, by the way. But I'm curious to see Truman because he actually looks so mid, yet he's such a high overall, which is why I worry about those defensive tackles. Taking McNeil's not the best pass rusher in the world, but I think he had like 84 or 85 power move, which, believe it or not, is actually like one of the better in the league. Like, Simmons as a pass rusher is like top 3 DT. I mean, he's top 3 in general, but top 4 in general. But top for pass rush, I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's the 5th. For finesse, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's just top 5 in like the categories that matter. Sweat, of course, block shedding, goon, but not so much anything else. All right, here we are for the Season 5 team, the final season, if you will. We made the championship round, then we made the divisional round, and if we go lower than that, well, I guess we've regressed into irrelevancy. The team looks good, though. 92 overall. It's got to be one of the top 3, top 5 teams in the league. Maybe the number 1 overall team. Would not surprise me. Added McNeil. Added a little bit of depth at, the DT O-line position in general. But, I mean, this is a really good team. You can't really beat it. What about McNeil? What do we got? It looks good. I mean, he looks good. Got a little bit of training camp in there. And, yeah. That's about that. Let's get this season underway. All right, how screwed are we? $113 million. Cross has almost no interest in rejoining us, and he is asking for a lot. We said 35 per, and we were damn spot on. The problem is he has no interest in joining, so that 35 comes to 36 because of the lack of interest. Archibald, obviously going to pay him. Cornerback is not a hard position to get, but someone as good as him, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to get there. $61 million after that. Pace, because he's a Sam linebacker, he's not asking for a lot, which is a little unfair, but I'll take it. We'll take the freebie, if you will. And then this is where you lose all your O-line. So yeah, this is, and Hartman potentially. Okay, we're actually way screwed. I didn't think we were this bad off. Yeah, this is the season. So if you don't do it this season, it's not happening. Straight up. Just straight up not happening. You're losing a lot. You're obviously losing Simmons. You're losing almost all the O-line. I think you keep Hartman because you need to go pretty high for a linebacker these days, especially a good one. And he still wants more, dude. Oh, my. Yep, this is the window. You lose a lot of players. You can't do it this season. I don't know how you do it next season when you lose basically your entire O-line. And then you're going to lose Murray next season, maybe crossing. All right, go to the end of the game. If we win this game, we win the division. If we lose, we might not even make the playoffs. So obviously a huge game here against the Niners, who are also probably in a similar boat. 28-10. Really good first half, though. We'll admit as well, we had to change the scheme. We were losing almost every single game with the Falcons scheme. We went to the Chiefs offense, and still really not much of a change. Defense looks like they're going to have to clutch up for us, and they will do exactly that. 31-23 to wrap up the season. 10-7, win the division because the division's kind of weak. Damn. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's weird because, we were actually kind of exceeding expectations early on. And then all of a sudden we actually build up a good roster, have the same playbooks on. They missed 2 field goals, mind you. And all of a sudden we're underperforming. I don't know. Either way, make the playoffs 4 straight years in a row. That's a dub, which is, nice. Got very lucky in that 9-8 season, to be fair, the first time around. But here we are as a 93 overall team. I wish it would show you that overall compared to the rest of the league instead of having to click retire, click new character, and then look around. Because they show you the best of everything, right? You have a 13-4 Patriots team who's on the road, mind you, so they have a tough division, and they're 89. So you would assume that means we're one of the best, if not the best team in the league. We lost 26-0 against the Colts. You know how hard it is to not score anything? Like, a shutout in today's NFL is so hard to do. I'm impressed, honestly. Run game was garbage. Just horrible. Pass rush, though, has been as good as ever. I mean, this pass rush is amazing. And McNeil was, useless. He only played 5-18, so I'm glad we paid him. Super worth it. Where do the DTs even go, actually? Because they don't have left and right anymore for a 3-4, so do they just not play the DT 2/3 technically? I don't know. Either way, bad kicking for the rookie as well. Maybe that played a factor. I don't know. Joe Burrow wins MVP. We get close to an award. And no awards at all. Gibbs gets a freaking award with the Patriots. So us being nice, not going for Gibbs, might be what kills us in the wild card round. We're just like, not really a realistic move. And the Patriots like, remember when we had Brady? We loved throwing to the running back. Yoink! And they just took him. 7-7 though. 10-7. 10-10. 17-10. Still 17-10. Looking okay. And that should put it away. 24-10. 24-17. Clutch enough. Offense had long enough of a drive to where the Patriots didn't have enough time. And speaking of Brady, they get a little revenge. That's not even revenge. No, they beat him again. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Gibbs was limited pretty hard. Didn't really have much in the receiving game, it seems, either. Pass rush, Lee McNeil. I mean, having a great game there. Not so much in the regular season. And here we are against the Browns. Another 13-14. That's an 89 overall. Can we get back to a championship round? Can we win a Super Bowl? Can we get to the Super Bowl? How about that? How about let's just get to a damn Super Bowl? 13-7. Come on. Huge drive. Touchdown gives us the lead before half. Field goal gives us an extended lead. Touchdown gives us a further extended lead. 11-point game. It's a 3-point game now. And a 3rd and 13 that could change the course of this game. Dig the spot, if you say so. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do exactly that. That's exactly what I wanted. There goes Murray. Murray to the 29. Big play. Cam Ward, he's actually not playing badly. About damn time it wasn't like 165 yards, 2 picks, 1 touchdown, you know? 2nd and 6, 3rd and inches. Oh, there you go. I just had to say something, didn't I? Do get the stop, though. Offense driving now nicely. Another pick! Why did I speak? That's crazy. 4th and 1, of course. Of course. I mean, honestly, with the way Cam Ward's playing, maybe they are right to not call a timeout. Because what the hell, dude? 2 chances to close the game out, you throw 2 picks. I mean, literally, any of those drives ends in a field goal. We win this game, technically. Obviously, they, changes the game a little bit. Maybe they go for it instead of kicking a field goal, but not even maybe. They definitely do. But, yeah, that's pathetic. Oh, at least it's not one. Nope, it is one of those. It turned into one, believe it or not. 400 yards, 2 picks with 2 touchdowns. Just can't finish a drive. That worked out pretty well. Tried to hezzy him, didn't work. There you go. And, dude, I don't know how Cam Ward's the worst quarterback I've ever used. But he is. How? And our kicker's wearing number 27, so that's great. I'm sure he won't miss. Dude, how is Cam so bad? I can't get him to hit a single throw. That's just a bad read. That is a ridiculous coverage play. Once again, highlighting the sliders we play on. But, yeah, it's just a bad read. Not beat by much, but beat by a little bit. Should have never thrown it, though. We're going to need a miracle to make a stop. They probably run it twice, throw it once. When is that throw, though? Right away. And sacked. Good D. Obviously, we're not calling a timeout. F that. All day to throw. Perfect coverage by us. Well, they're actually going to call a timeout. Did I call a timeout too or no? Man coverage has been pretty good for us, so we'll still blitz. We're going to play a little safer. Just a little bit. They need to like 15-20. Browns are choking this drive, though. And sacked again. Wow. This defense, though, we talked about it. They're kind of on X Games mode. You're probably not going to get much of a chance to return this. Barely gets the screen off, but will get a lot of yards. Okay. Spears looking slow as hell. We just need, 20-ish yards. We have 1 timeout. Yancey, maybe. Nobody on him. Good play. Cohen. Turn up to the line, see if we can keep this timeout. Go slants. Actually got a lot of time here if we want to hike it. That's a great throw. And there you go. Almost scored a touchdown on that, actually. And with that, we will kick a chip shot field goal. I can't believe we got down the field that quickly after having nothing up in the previous drive. And with only 1 timeout, they're going to keep it for next week, I guess, which is not a game they play. 27-24, we're headed to the championship round. Let's go. Clutch stop after selling. We'll take it. That defense, though, unbelievable. Dude, we just thought about, at least it's not one of those. No, he literally finished with more picks than his touchdowns. That's wild, dude. I can't believe how many interceptions he threw in a row. And I added on to it. Oladejo, great stuff. That pass rush was next level. Quarterback literally was seeing ghosts. He couldn't throw it. He just didn't know what he was looking at. And now we are headed to the championship round, which will have the Bengals. 91 overall. They just won a Super Bowl, so that's got to mean we're top 3. Minimum, probably one or 2. All right, end of the game. How we faring? How we looking? 3-0. I mean, defense is doing its job, but again, offense playing this Bengals team that you would have thought they were, the 85 Bears or something. Is it the steel curtain? What's going on? 3 points! Dude, how? It's only the Bengals that this happens to. Come on. Thank you for the touchdown. Get the stop, and they missed the field goal. Okay. Yell at them a little bit, and, things turn around. Just saying. Things have turned around dramatically after yell. Okay, we're literally at our own 7-yard line. It's kind of insane. I don't really know what play you run to get 30 yards without also getting sacked for a safety. I mean, usually it's some sort of play-action play, but I mean, we're going to be in our own end zone chilling for quite a bit here. Going 101, maybe. Oh, my. That's a crazy play. Dude, I can't believe he just baited us that hard. Dude, that AI just baited us so hard. That's crazy. Let's see what the team wants to do. That's why you usually go pretty conservatively. We obviously need to get a stop here. 3rd inches from the 1. They're going to go for the QB sneak. Joe Burrow, time to die, I think. And they don't get it. We have the best interior defensive line in the entire league. If we can't stop the sneak, no one's stopping the tush push. Down by 10. 4th and 1. They punt. Oh, my. I just assumed 4th and 1 they were going to go for it. They didn't, though. 3rd and 3. Good play. 3rd and 4. It's a lot of 3rd down conversions, but they're trying. I don't like a field goal here. I just think it's a long field goal to take when you need the touchdown at some point anyways. At some point, you're going to need to go for it, and you're going to need a touchdown. So why not now? Why not right now? Let's see. Murray. I kind of like Murray. I like that even more, though. Cohen is just him. He is just the clutchest player on this entire team. Not really a more clutch player other than maybe Oladejo. And we get the touchdown. 4 minutes left. Got a clutch. 3rd and 12. This is the chance. I don't know if you can get Joe Burrow with mid, dude. I really don't. But we're going to have to hope. And we got good coverage. We got good team around the board here. Across the board. And he gets a quick throw. He's got to tackle him. Good tackle. We'll let it go to 2 minutes. That's fine. Actually, we don't. Oh, we don't have a timeout. I tried to call. We just don't have one. Okay, yeah. We were up against it. 1st down, lose that game. Damn. Okay, so we clutched, but a long-ass drive, man. And good catch. Almost broke it. Served to the line. I've seen screen passes go wrong. That is damn near one of them. We do like this play quite a bit. We have a little bit of speed on offense. Let's see what we got. Oh, there you go. DK. Big play. Big play. DK to the 44. Throw it away. That's fine as long as it's not grounding. Throw it away. And it is grounding. Damn. That leaves us out of field goal range. Listen, we're not going to throw to running back. Let's just get a block out of it. Generals. Oh, my God. We're dead. That's a good play. Drops it. Oh, the backup being in, dude. So everyone decided to get tired at the same exact time, huh? All of us we're all tired at the same time, huh? We don't want to maybe, come off the field at different times. No, we all want to just take off the same play. All right. Please. Huge play. Damn, he can't get past the defense, but gets the 1st down. That's massive. Got to get out of there for a throwaway. Thankfully not grounding. I see Yancey as a potential just out of bounds, get a couple more yards player. And we're going to throw that. Oh, he gets a lot more, though. Oh, wow. That's a big play to the 11. Huge, actually. DK Murray scares the hell out of me, though. Cohen, maybe. Cohen wide open. Cohen! Touchdown, Tennessee! Up and down drive. They just sold out for a run that never existed. We're not running the ball with 0 timeouts. And with that, barring a miracle, we have headed to the Super Bowl. Wow. For once, we clutched up. For once. Usually is nothing but choke. This time we clutched. Cam Ward, great game. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, yeah, it's definitely a successful one this time. Definitely successful. Who is in the Super Bowl, baby? It is the Cardinals. Okay. The other Cardinals got here. We are an E93. They are a 90. The Cardinals, they beat the Buccaneers by 6. They beat the Seahawks by 1. Beat beat the Packers by 3. Some kind of low-scoring games in there. I don't want to get too excited, but I do like our odds. Looking at our DevOps, Murray, the X Factorial, was already an X Factor. I don't know why just the overall threw me, but I don't know if anyone went up in Dev on offense. Like Cam Ward was he already an X Factor? About to find out, I suppose. He was, so yeah. Already an X Factor there. Defensively, anybody? Hello? Ola? Nope. No DevOps at all for the entire team, apparently. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Oh, McCoy, I think, went up in Dev, but it is what it is. Here it is, though, for all the marbles. We're in the Super Bowl. We made a championship round. We made a lot of playoff berths. We won a lot of playoff games, and now we're in a Super Bowl. I think we've done it. I think we've succeeded, even if we lose here, but we'll see. Hopefully not. Again, I'm pulling out the reverse jinx card. Can we just have one blowout? Just one blowout. I don't ask for much. I just want one blowout. And considering they have the first points, well, maybe they're the ones blowing us out. What? 6-3, 6-10. We're up by 4. We're up by 1. Field goal games usually work out in favor to the other team. If you're kicking too many field goals, usually you're the one that loses. And with that being said, they finally get a touchdown, but it's not enough. All those field goals, obviously the Cardinals front office would have to answer for that. The coaching staff would have to answer for that. 19-31, they tried. Dude, what, is that another team? Am I crazy, or was that Jackson Dart on another team? Dude, is this guy just following us around? Is he stalking us? Either way, we have won a Super Bowl with the Tennessee Titans. I didn't know what to think. We started falling off a little bit, and I was like, okay, we might just not be good. We might be a little mid. But no, we actually won it all. 4 playoff berths, multiple playoff wins, championship round twice, Super Bowl once. Not bad. Actually not bad for a team that needed so much. Thankfully, quarterback was not one of them. Of course, changed the playbook up a billion different times. Ended up having to go one of metas, but it's just the way Madden is, all right? Yeah, Jackson Dart on a new team, dude. Again, run game was garbage in the playoffs, by the way. That's not a terrible game, yards per carry-wise, but 55 yards is pretty mediocre. But as a team, they have done it. They've succeeded. How many field goals? Dude, 4 for Siebert. Good old Austin Seibert. Just a little too conservative. I don't know what yards, to go down in distance those field goals were, but definitely needed at least one more touchdown in there. So, of course, showing you win-loss. No funny business. We don't do that. Let's take a look at our adjust lineup. Let's see the overalls. So, of course, Cam Ward is a 97 overall. Ratings. Play action is very bad. Under pressure, break sack. Even break sack's good, but play action just not good. Deep accuracy never really got up there. As far as Murray goes, 98 overall. What are we looking like? Damn near 99 everything. It's kind of rare to get that. Slot, I guess, will do it for you. I imagine one of these guys, maybe it's Cohen. Definitely Cohen will be really bad for something. Yeah, short route, very bad. Everything else out very good. Let's take a look at DK, who, he wasn't great. 80 overall. But he's fast. He's fast. Hey, he's got that. He's got that going for himself. Spears, 90 overall. Very jukeability-wise. Not super fast. Trucking low. No wonder why he felt so slow. He is slow as hell. Stevenson, he's not even the starter yet, and he's an 87 overall. He got some decent reps in as the backup, but still impressive to see. You got your next up already. Yancey, obviously, super vertical threat tight end 1. Skoronski, because he's a real-life guy, he's already 28. Very good pass blocker. Everything else is good, but not great. And then J.C. Latham, 87 overall. A little surprised he got this high. Finesse is iffy, but power blocking is some of the best in the entire league. And then defensively, don't really care too much. Holland, whatever. But Winston, definitely want to see this one. Zone coverage looking good. Speed's okay. Excel's amazing. You switch those two, and you got yourself one of the best safeties in the entire game. Cross, though, what a draft pick. Was hesitant on him, and thankfully we took him because he was worth it for sure. Just really good stuff. And then Oladejo, of course, unfortunately only star dev, but still young, killing it. Like, how many sacks? Like, every single season was a double digit. Didn't start him in his rookie year because he was out for most of the year in real life, but outside of that, dude, killer. Killer smile, too. He's got it all. Take a look at the rest of the defense. Hartman, Mr. Hartman, 86, about to be 87 overall. We got him on a longer-term contract, of course. Very athletic. Change direction we talked about in the past, though. Not great. Cedric Gray, though. Very good player. Did not expect him to be that good, especially in the coverage department. Thought it would have been a little more block shed, but good. Very good. And then, of course, Pace, who we usually don't end up landing in free agency. 87 overall, X Factor. Long-term deal, 3 years. Signed a 4-year, I believe, before that with us. Killed it. Crossan, very good. Corner draft was solid. What about Archibald? Good old Archibald. We do have McCoy as well. 87 overall, superstar Archibald. McCoy might be on the way to free agency, though. I can't remember if he was a contractor needy guy or not. He was, but yeah, for now, looks good. Man coverage, insane. And then the interior of the D-line, of course, Simmons, a 95 overall with some of the best pass rush in the league. Good block shed, strength's good, speed's decent. Very, very good player. Aleem McNeil, 89 overall. Great block shed, great power move. Well, not great power move, but very good power move. And then, of course, Sweat on the other side with nothing but block shed. Very good block shed, though, 95. Then I'm kind of curious to see what the kicker ended up as, because he was a very low overall. Goes up 4 overalls. 74 kick accuracy. Clutched up when we needed him to, though. Anyways, that is going to be it for this realistic style rebuild of the Tennessee Titans. Again, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays and non-Madden content. Been trying to finish the Borderlands series, but it's a long edit. And then, of course, Packers franchise will be tomorrow. Maybe another rebuild on Tuesday, Panthers franchise on Wednesday. So, as always, a lot of stuff to look forward to. Appreciate you all for watching. Hopefully, you guys come back for next video. Let me know what team you want to see rebuilt next. And until next video, see ya!